from the start here.
I agree. I completely agree. And at least for the KRU side of things, this time around, they've got a flash. And last time, they slowed themselves down. This time with the Sky in Dodd's pocket, should be able to activate in those mid rounds, adjust and make those kind of audibles, playmaking audibles. So I definitely expect for KRU side of things to get activated on those retakes. It looks like for GX side, they want to start with a little bit of misdirect in mid. Both their duelists, both their divers are starting towards mid.
Okay, let's see how that pans out for them. You can see where that 3-play stack is waiting to maybe build off the back of it. Already confirmation on the flash though, so they've got a decent early idea, but obviously nothing too confirmed.
Definitely keeping all 3 defenders towards that way. You saw that Smurfette was in mid. She did send that boom bot as kind of a distraction to make the defenders think that the attackers would be taking and gaining space, but right now, Biazik, she's got that long line. Even though there's a hole in her Sage Wall, she knows nobody's made it through. What a shot from Michaela.
Yeah, that's lovely as well. And it being Ness, I wonder how much they've maybe read into that pressure in middle being maybe both of those duelists. Again, at this point, though, they can reset a little bit. No over-rotations, no over-bites either. You can see that A side, happy with 3 still there. They've got the 2 on toward B as well. Giant X, they've got to now scale into this. And look, Paranoia Prime, they're very prepared for this. Off that contact, they can easily stall. There it is. Paranoia goes in, slow comes out. This is hard now, getting labored to try and build towards the site. 4 players now on B, held back by a smoke. They're going to have to go in uphill. There's no other way to cut through this.
Uphill for sure. All the defenders are rotated except for that Sky. 4 defenders here ready.
Oh, this is going to be so difficult. Again, you've got to be looking at these guys now trying to fight on the side. Smurfette gets him a bailout, but it's down to the 1v1. Michaela is still alive, healthy, flash in hand, has options, doesn't need to take too many risks. Eva needed that plant, and there it is. Wait, hold on. A small chance given, taken away. KRU with the first. Very well handled in the end. Got dangerously close, though.
It did, especially considering how easy it was to find that opening kill and all those rotations coming through. But GX, they were so grouped, doing pistol round things, swarming onto the site in succession and almost making it work. That was a beautiful double kill from Smurfette. And Smurfette is exactly the player I'm looking at for the Giants X side of things. She had such an explosive opening in their opening map on Haven, on that Neon, sliding around, being aggressive. She can be just as aggressive on this Raze, and that's exactly what I want to see for the side of Giants.
Yeah, I mean, for me, the fact that Smurfette was able to even bring that round to look close after the start they had, the stall they had on B, everything looked so well in hand for KRU, and the fact she was still able to find those couple of kills to make it look competitive is a good sign. It's a tick in the box, right? But overall, it fell the way it should. If you're playing the kind of traditional game of Val, that's kind of what you expect to see there, it panning out, but only 1 surviving. It's certainly not a perfect purchase, and a couple of upgrades, nothing, I say couple, it was only 1 in the end, just the Frenzy, so this should be a formality of a round, but a very wow, I mean, that was ambitious, Ness. I don't know what the end goal was.
I gotta respect it though. You
Do
know
you?
that, yeah, you
Do
know
you,
what?
Christine?
They're broke, and Ness is trying to be a distraction, and they're trying to grab the orb for Smurfette at B. She's already 4 orbs after pistol round loss, close to her ult, but she decides to go for a pick. Hey, she knows what she's doing.
You know what?
Grab the orb before you leave, Smurfette. Come on now.
I mean, the wall's there. Why not? You've even got some more security, maybe a little bit paranoid, someone's on top of it, but still.
This would be an impressive feat on the macro side of things, Lauren, if GX are able to get away.
Oh, dude. Ooh, I don't think the dog saw. I don't think it went down deep enough to be able to catch the players, potentially. Yeah, no one's rotating, so...
And Michaela got picked on the pistol round, this time with the knife out swinging.
Oh, man, this is getting a little bit sketchy. Still got that mid-pressure as well. That's me Smurfette trying to maybe catch a late lurk, and does get caught in the end by Monch. So this now should be in hand. Oh my god, overwhelm. The Dodds is there. Luckily picking up the pieces, but Sarah did a little bit of damage, but didn't check. Man, these rounds are sketchy, Christine. Look how close this is.
Yeah, they're so low HP. If you're Giant X right now, you're absolutely happy with how things turned out in that round.
Yeah.
Absolutely optimizing everything. And Smurfette, she's only 2 orbs away from her ultimate, so getting the best out of a bad situation is Giant. For KRU, at least they've got a judge in the hands of Konir, and that's a dangerous thing.
Yeah, I guess it's, you know, see how much you can achieve, because by every other marker than just converting the round, I think Giant X are up in this. The way that they've been handling those first 2 rounds, I think tick in the box. But scoreline to scoreline, rounds are round. But I like this. B main aggression coming in. Or you can have that space taken by Kinnear, so that's going to be posted up with that Judge. Deep towards B main. Happy. That's a tick, right? We can now rotate those players off. Be a little bit happier putting 3 dedicated towards A with these weaker weapons. So again, this isn't bad from KRU. They've got a lot to happen, though.
You just saw Michaela, the Sky, the A anchor in the side of A, shooting that dog with the Bulldog. That's a dangerous thing to do, especially because the attackers have double duelist, double dive. As soon as the anchor gives away her position, she's got to be ready for the hit. Right now, though, GX, they're taking things slow. They've got that A heaven control. This is definitely constricting the defenders.
Yeah, but they haven't been completely caught out here, and already one being caught down deep middle. They've got a great idea of what's going on. You can look at the way the map is. It's a... okay. What is this? Oh! I mean, you shouldn't be getting away with it. I don't know what I've just seen. There is no way in hell you're meant to get 4 from that position.
3 shots with the Sheriff and 3 kills. Biazik is making it look easy.
No, no, there's gonna be yeah, show me this one again. Like, I'm like, okay, this is already sketchy. When you get that pick in middle, you're like, right, they've got a good read on the map, but suddenly, what the hell are these shots?
Yeah, and I mean, if you're GX, you are disappointed in that round. I was just mentioning they've got 2 duelists, double dive with the Sky Flashes. They've got to be diving into there and applying the pressure, but it was too easy for Biazik, too easy for KRU.
I was surprised it didn't feel more of that pressure, and now it feels desperate. Stingers, I get it, you want to get that gap close in, but this is looking rough, and once again, similar position, similar scenes. Only 1 casualty so far for the KRU side. Even with this discomfort of position, they still handle that pressure very well. Reclear with the Dogsy, nothing close towards ramp, but already they've scaled up past it. Dodds is ready, gonna find just 1 remaining in the form of Sarah. Spike not even collected, yes, a pickup, but damn, I mean, KRU, how do you look better now in the first 2 rounds that you won?
Clean, it's looking clean and decisive, and that's a stark difference on the KRU side of things, especially considering what a slow start they had. Dodds is looking free and loose. Yeah, collecting those eco kills, getting closer and closer. In fact, they've already got their ultimate. So GX, they've called the timeout. They've got to stop the bleeding and recollect themselves. I mean, if you're GX side of things right now, that 3rd map, that last series, running out of gas, all of these things are coming into your mind. At least you've got that Raze ultimate, that showstopper. It's an easy little band-aid, a small fix in order to just have a decisive round. Choose A or B and let's just hit it.
And that's what I want to see, though, is decisiveness as well, right? Something you noted again, having that double duelist there, play to that strength. But we've already seen, I don't want to say hesitation necessarily, but maybe a pause for thought, maybe not wanting to chase down that kill as maybe quickly as they potentially should have. The opportunity there, but the door shut on their face. We saw those Sheriff shots coming out. It was just unthinkable. The fact you got away with that, and it's got to rattle them a bit, right? After game 1, obviously as a player and in the server, you want to try and forget about those things. But when you're starting now at 0-4, you've had a couple of opportunities to have a close couple of rounds and then fall away from you. I get a little bit nervous. They're still feeling some of that bleed on from that previous series, whereas KRU's come out and instantly taken away some of my worries.
They're swinging. They are absolutely swinging, but it looks like GX, they want to keep things simple, hopefully. This round, you can expect Smurfette to use her Waylay, use her Sky, one of these 2 teammates to find an enemy and apply that showstopper. Looks like a little misdirection, making the defenders think the Raze is going towards B, but they had their eyes set on mid.
There's this one spotted. Dodds trying to be careful to not maybe overstay welcome, but I want to see where they decide to try and shut down on. Again, this is early contact. Didn't fancy it that time.
Yeah, and I still don't really like how indecisive and kind of timid that GX are being right now. They've got a powerful ultimate in their pocket. Good news for them is they are grouped, but yeah, Dodds has already made her rotate. You can see that they're waiting in mid, and we're about to see an anime battle. Both Razes just proccing their rockets, but GX, they didn't like it. They didn't like what they saw.
Yeah, this pause as well. Most of the Spike is this looks like it's trying to be a fake, trying to kind of sell this intention, but it's already been dealt with very quickly. The fact Nest has gone down, and there's still this flash here. So if they do get a little bit paranoid with that Viper wall up, they can try and check behind it. There it is. That should be the cue. That should be a freebie as well. It is. Smurfette is going to find 1. Now, I'm a little bit curious about this. They should have noted the flash because that has been burnt.
30 seconds
so they've got to know
left.
someone else is on this side of the map.
Definitely, if they've got their agent names communicating through process elimination, but
Spike
Michaela
planted.
is in such a power position right now, waiting for her teammate Dodge to regroup with her, and none of the players of GX are really considering this flank, but they've got a flanker of their own, so this timing in this round is going to be so crucial.
Yeah, I want to see if that feels brave about this, maybe off the back of that. No, he's still going to hold space up towards heaven. Smoke will dissipate, but Dodds trying to use this as a way to get into this, but it's Michaela finding Smurfette. That's the heaven pressure removed. You got to look towards the rest of the map, though. It's going topsy-turvy. Eva's here, but taking her time. This is bizarre. Giant X down into the 2v2, making it 1v2 as Dodds, the last one alive. The seat goes in. Great timing.
Wow.
Ava, they're not going to take any chances. Burning the ult, securing their first round.
Yeah, and it all came down to the ratty plays of Ava. You mentioned it earlier. They've got to keep track of this agent. She's still lurking around in mid, and she ends up backtracking and just securing the entire round for GX. And that was a round for KRU that things were looking at. They were in control of it.
Yeah, I
to
agree.
be fair, I think the individual timings of Ava really saved them here. But it was a lot of confusion in the beginning of the round for GX. Thankfully, that Raise Rocket really gave them an easy answer. But this round, with no big ult in play, they're going to have to find the opening kills.
I thought she was going on that one. I mean, it looks like she kind of is. She's pretty much stuck here. Is
Good
anyone able to
utility.
save? No. Nicely isolated. Smurfette there this time, able to close down on that. Support coming in from Ness as well. Music. Oh my god. I mean, what the tag on Sarah, but the shot too good. Oh my god. Okay, this is getting a little bit scrappy, but the plan's going to be in play. The time's going to be on their side. They can find stability and kind of calm down the round.
Planted.
There shouldn't be too many threats from this point onwards. You still have a judge in play, far from ideal. So at this point, this could be nice building blocks for Giant X. Keep 5 alive, build up the money a little bit, get some of those ults building as well. Sarah, though, gonna know that obviously vision has been removed. This puts Eva under a lot of pressure. Kinnear, the first to step forward, maybe bring that judge in, but it's Ness. Easy contact there, a bit messy in the end, but Giant X, 5 stay alive. Stability on the horizon. It doesn't fill me with confidence yet, but it's getting the rounds on the board.
Absolutely. And being clean like that, all 5 players staying alive, getting some of that money, trying to save for a rainier day later on in this half, absolutely going to mean a lot for the Sign of Giants. We'll see exactly how this round turns out, because these kind of low-buy scenarios where KRU quickly changes the pace and starts taking more risks, things can get really dangerous. So I'm hoping for Giants' side, they have actually stabilized. This round will tell a lot.
Yeah, it feels a bit fraught still, right? And this is a really early show of that Vandal, and look at this! And now what is this fight though? It's so messy! Kinnear gets away! 5 HP, and Kinnear is out of there. Can easily trade over that Vandal if needed, but gets the heal off instead.
Double heals, double heals.
I forgot about that, yeah.
Look at how many ults are online as well. These eco rounds, they get so dangerous, Lauren. Already one of the duelists is down. Now, for GX side, they've got to be thinking about how much more util do we have to use to secure this round?
Well, they've still got like Eva's util to maybe try and set up Ness, but Ness has certainly burnt everything. We saw it on B main. So shouldered up towards heaven. There's the first contact, but no one's going to overly bite down on that. The temptation is to obviously go towards A, right? There was a lot seen towards that B approach, but with the Seekers coming in, this should be relatively telling. But it may have a little bit of misdirection. There is that presence over towards A main. We can't quite forget about that. Toki over there slowly taking space. Could allow for rotation. 38 seconds, though. They're going to have to start going there now.
GX reading this round well, and actually,
what a
but
shot.
then Dodds just finding a long-range kill.
30
That's
seconds
a
left.
Vandal pickup too. This is huge. Dots can, if they can just play their life, this is great. Just keep that space secure. TP gets taken, now has support from Kinnear. Monch gonna watch towards CT, great fight!
Boy.
Ness is having a nightmare of a game so far. Sarah and Eva are gonna have to put together the pieces. It's a very uncomfortable post plant. We already know where Dodds is. Kinnear already in position, double swing on CT. A valiant attempt, but it looks to fall short, and it does. You were worried, Christine, and rightly so.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, my goodness, KRU just do exactly what is the most dangerous thing on these low buys. Change the pace, start peaking, and Giants, they're just not ready for it. You saw also in the middle of this round that Giants, they were forced to spread out. All 5 of them had to actually spread out. The Sky went towards that A main, and there's no real right answer on these
No.
anti-ecos. It's either you're 4-1 or you spread out in your default, and in both of them, there's RNG all across the board. So
Sure.
I definitely feel the round for GX, but man, what a moment for KRU to just capitalize on, and their money is right back where they need it.
God, I forgot about the double heal as well. That, like, I was like, oh, Kinnear's dead. That's the Vandal gone. Nope, sitting right back on it. No sweat. It's crazy.
Yeah, I would expect for KRU too, for Dodds, they're going to want to go forward and go for those scrappy little plays and lose some HP because they know that they can just get topped off right after.
Yeah, and again, I do want to highlight how important Dodds' kill was there as well. That one pickup with the Sheriff basically kept options to play back in towards A as well. Really well handled. Beyond this though, there you can see that confidence if it's still in place, because for Giant that's got to be a really sour round. And again, nice timing on this. Good information spot here. No over-rotation yet, though. Only seeing a couple of players. They don't want to bite into this. It feels like KRU's got a good idea that Giant want to be a bit slippery about it.
Yeah, they're just defaulting right now, trying to figure out exactly where all these agents are. They now know that the Sky is playing towards that A site. At least the dog has been wasted. Just trading a bit of util with each other, but it does seem like for GX, they definitely do want to end towards this B split. You can see that Whaley's trying to go towards that B main. And Ava still got that flash.
30 seconds left.
I like these rotations, though. I think the pennies dropped for KRU. And there it is. That's scary. That's a scary sound to hear, but Zika, they're just going to tuck in towards the corner. They're going to try and path around frontside pillar. Pop flash. It's good. It's actually great. Michaela, outstanding impact. 4 kills. Denying that lovely adjustment they wanted, and they're reading the lurk in middle. They're going to try and set her up for this one. Classics out, baby. She wants this. 2 bullets. Oh, no. Oh, it's getting messy. A valiant attempt to get the ace. I don't blame you for going for it. But man, that flash and swing, just reading, they wanted to try and get around that Viper's Pit. So well done.
Yeah, and I thought for a moment that Viper's Pit, I didn't know if I liked it, Lauren. I didn't know if I liked it. Biazik was out of slow orbs. All of GX were just wrapping around, but heroics coming out from Michaela. It doesn't even matter that she didn't get the ace. You can see that they're vibing out. Yeah, I love the fact that Dodds was trying to be her bait. That satchel did sabotage her. I can't lie, but it's all good. Just laughs on the side of KRU, enjoying the moment and just soaking it all in. And man, for Giants, they're being too indecisive right now. I think during this timeout, they've got to be talking to each other about, hey guys, let's just loosen up a little bit. Let's get in these guys' faces and let's apply the pressure, because they are not taking advantage of having 2 duelists on their side right now.
And I don't want to kind of put this directly on Ness, because I think that's it's unfair, but again, when you've seen kind of the compositions built around that Waylay and the ability to kind of set up that next layer towards it, I want to see that synergy there. I want to see that in unison, because it's so oppressive to handle. It's very hard to get any sort of spacing behind it as well. So if they can activate that little bit of synergy, I'll be incredibly happy. Even if it doesn't result in a win in this map, I know this is KRU's choice. I just want to see that aspect come online, because again, if you look at what the desk was kind of leading in with, Dodds being impactful, having an aggressive play here, looking confident, I think that's a tick in the box for me. The other side of it, I do want to see that Ness Smurfette combination. Something, again, the desk was touching on. Let's now see that. That's what the timeout, in your mind, should have been maybe building towards a bit more of that direct, confident approach, no more hesitation about it. Let's see that in practice. Again, the ult is here for Ness. Got the buy, got the Vandal as well. So investing in towards this.
And all 5 members are grouped, very grouped towards this B main. Biazik, that's her last slow orb. Oh, that ult timing.
Did they check?
I don't think they're going to check. The Waylay dashes, you can't just check like you can with the Jet, so Dodds is able to get freebies.
That's just everything you could have hoped for, right? That little adjustment, man. And I guess that is the one difference of it not being a Jet, right?
Yeah.
That you can't get that little quick look behind you. The flash doesn't tell you everything. Yes, someone's there. Sick. That could be anywhere, back pillar, tucked towards back sight. Man, that is gutting. But a great read, though, I want to say, from KRU as well. First time we've seen Dodds up in that position. So again, really heads up work.
It might be the one negative aspect of Waylay right now. Waylay's looking fantastic, probably the best duelist we've got, but even the Raze is able to kind of look around as they're satcheling in. So unfortunate for the side of Giants. I mean, they definitely burned and invested a lot into that round.
And doing that after a timeout mentally is so booming as well.
Both timeouts, yeah.
Right? Like, you got to be thinking that was our ult, that was everything, and now Dod's going to be feeling confident.
Shot.
It's clean work in middle. Smurfette again punished. Spotted another player, and they're on the hunt. Dodge once more. He's going to get more. 3 back-to-back. Big impact. And the map is getting so small. They've lost down on middle. They've lost down on B main. The only bit of freedom is over towards A. It's just all-encompassing, Christine. They've got everything, man. This is...
It's just oppressive. I mean, Sarah is just sat back wondering what the hell just happened in mid. Now has to force and go forward. Look at the HPs on KRU. Hardly anyone has lost any HP there.
Oh, dear.
Dominant, and the money on the Giant side of things, they haven't planted in a couple rounds either.
As a coach, right, you just called your time. You can watch this again. I mean, it was absolutely, like, Ness, where are you meant to go? Like, right? Like, what are you meant to do? There's no escaping. But as a coach, you've got to be feeling like there's just like a pit in your stomach at that point, right? You've burnt your timeouts. You've had your chat. You've done your work. I've done my part, Chief. I got mine, but then you're like,
pray. Just got to send that energy, you know?
Send the energy out? Okay, got it. Thoughts and prayers.
About it.
I mean, and at this point, I don't say 8-2 is a lost game. It's not, right? We've seen... Oh, no, that's not. Well,
I'm not sure about that one.
That gap is unpleasant.
You know, I will say that you don't play against Sage that often anymore. Not as often, and there's a slow orb at your feet. Let's just reset. Let's wait a couple seconds.
Hey, guys, let's just pause. Hey.
That's unfortunate. But again, that's a decent gap for Smurfette.
Does it matter?
Does
it matter? Oh, dearie me. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Put a fork in it. This one might be done. 8-2. I mean, as I said, I was kind of alluding to this until we saw the disrespect the slow orb play.
Enemy remaining.
It's not my favorite. But at this point, I just want to see them take high risks because KRU are just getting mad confident, right? Dodds is just tearing you apart. They're getting everything they wanted. They've got everything falling into place. And it is their map, so that's fine. You can kind of chalk it up sometimes. And I don't know if you'll agree now because you've been on the other side of things. A quick loss is sometimes easier just to get over. It's their map. You just like, pull up the band-aid, cool, no worries. Move on to the next. Think about Haven. It's 9-2, but I think it's how we've got to this 9-2. I just want to see them get confidence, take some high risks, try and get active, try and get Ness online here, try and get Toki playing up a little bit. It just feels flat. And it just feels flat to me.
Same for me as well. And it is really important to just take it round by round and warm up into it. It's definitely a huge series and not a lot of value coming through for this Waylay utility. I wish there was a raise right behind to follow up.
Follow into it.
But the Sky ult is procced and
but the paranoia was still good. Look at the spacing. They can't make the most of the pressure coming out. The KRU just get to cut them up into manageable pieces every single time. There's so much value on this util that they just can't make the most of. So Toki has got 3 kills to find, a spike to recover, and probably a player to locate as well. Not really got the beat on where Biazik is, who has the res. And if she can slip the net, that's going to be another player up and standing. A clear through heaven. Spots nothing. That's a big call. Could be CT care. They've already repositioned over towards B main. They've got the spike they can play around. They don't have to take risks. Still have the flash. Still have the dog. There you go. Another player added to the mix. This is hard work here. Toki, let's go. Show me a little more. What you got to lose? Last round of the half. You might as well play it out as best you can. 35 seconds. Going to try and readjust pathing.
And I love the reposition that you mentioned, Lauren, going back into the B main, not leaving any chances for Toki to find and dodge. That's clean.
Yeah, this whole half has been clean, Christine. I kind of want to get into it after the break, after this halftime, because it does seem as though we might have some treats coming up. I'm hoping we have more than just this half, however, as this has been an absolutely one-sided affair.
One down. One enemy remaining.
Red Bull gives you wings. Let's go security.
Danger, cuckoo body. I'ma sail off that shorty. When, for me.
All right, coming back in with that Coinbase Econ report. I mean, it's not surprising to see some of the crew members towards the top scale of this. Again, Dodds was someone that the desk was talking about, and they have found their footing, Christine.
Just farming out here, Lauren.
Yep.
We'll see how long KRU and Dodds herself can keep up this energy. I mean, it is high pressure right now. Dodds didn't miss a beat. She was everywhere, satcheling forward, getting more of her kills. It didn't seem like she wanted to ace every round, every single round.
And look, the amount of times I'll talk about killer instinct in a player, I'm seeing it with Dodds, and I
Yes.
love that. You got to back yourself, you got to call up your own number sometimes and take those high risks, and you felt her just kind of feeling out the game more and more and more as it went on that mid play, getting aggressive with the ult, playing off the back of it, taking the space. It was just gorgeous to witness. And then coming back in here for Giant X, get the ball rolling. I don't care about the scoreline now, feel out the game. Start getting yourselves into this matchup because we've seen the best of Ness. We know how good she can be when things happen for her. Smurfette, one of the classic names in the scene. Another talented player, but just not quite been here yet. I want to see them active. I want to see them at least put up a couple of good fights and good engagements, but as it stands, it's KRU on the attack now.
And they have to get active. I mean, I would argue that they're on the harder side now because they have double duelists. At least KRU had a Sentinel, but it looks like they are getting active. A nice double peek with the pickup, but it's just not good enough. Dodds just taking one lick of damage.
They seem so ready for it too. They seem so aware of that.
It feels so bad when the classic is just shooting a save
Like,
wall.
I'm trying, man. Like, I'm doing my best. But there's still a player on this site. Hold on. Yeah,
the Astra
Eva's
smoke.
here. Good timing on that. That's a spike now noted. And just needs to be
down
slippery. Can
A.
you buy time for any of your other teammates to get buy time? Impact! Eva again, brilliant. Kinnear going to just try and cut off this cavalry, but it's Kinnear with it all to do! Now down to the 1v1. Eva made the difference! But it gets shattered into pieces. A Red Bull clutch to kick off the second half.
Go near, so cool, calm, and collected in that moment too. I love the fact that she didn't rush it. She knew that that blind caught both players. She knew that that player at elbow didn't hear her drop or reload. So just dissecting that last duel. Beautiful, dominant stuff from KRU. And I love the fact that they're doubling down. I mean, all on the aggression, on the in-your-face duels, not slowing down at all.
Yeah, and it's not just one. It's not just Dodds. They're all there, right? Every single player's got that little bit of fire to them now. And right into the bite. On the other side, Sheriff with Sarah, Frenzy with Eva, Smurfette, Sheriff as well. But it feels like a bit of a whimper in this. But time to talk, time to get yourself right. All right, I mean, what are you meant to do at this point?
Hey, at least Ava got one. That was kind of one of those moments where you really just got to force the trade, and afterwards she can say, I got mine.
I got mine. It's the silver lining. We're all a hole. Oh my god, they're
Viper versus Viper.
Ah, they're just here, bro. No, you can't launch. Everyone's been toxic recently.
Wow.
There's a little toxic like turn up. You know what I mean? There's a lot of body shooting, a lot of giving it. The fines will be flying out at this point. The spirit of Rob Wiz still just around in the venue. Smurfette 1v4. It ain't happening today. 12-2. This could be a very quick map.
Yeah, and for GX, they can't even afford an op yet. Would have been wonderful to get that in the hands of Ness here. That Waylay op, I'm such a huge fan of it, Lauren, but they're going to have to do with just the 4 rifles, a little bit of half armor. And it goes back to what we talked about on Pistol Round GX. They've got double duelists. They've got to get active and try to find an opening pick for some breathing room on this defense side of things. These last couple of rounds, they've been trying to get B main control on and this A main control. Hardly any defenders towards this mid, and it looks like they're going to do the same thing in this one.
All right. Early show of interest over towards A. Quick ramp approach as well. 3 crossed over. It's pacey. You still have those 2 players slightly disconnected, and actually Ness gonna this time find Kinnear, right? So B main control there. Sarah trying to stall out rotations. This is great work from Sarah. I thought you had more, but Bia's gonna catch Smurfette in the heels. Suddenly all of that tempo and pressure through middle feels like it might fall away here. Let's see if KRU does stall out slightly.
That could have been absolutely devastating. Sarah was set up for a multi-kill, but it's just come down to a 3v3. And we saw Ness opening up this round with a B main push, and she's finding herself in a beautiful position Depending on the timing here, there it is.
I mean, better from Ness, right? Getting involved, getting their faces, trying to put up a fight. Does lose out in the end. Now 2v2. Eva's got to be careful to not overdo this one. Oh, you're so desperate to get involved here. Quick check on the side, not toward that default plant. Spots out the cross, makes a mess on the shot, and then goes back for seconds. Oh, there we go. Suddenly, a lifeline. I don't think you can get that every round, though.
But coming right in the nick of time at least. And for Sarah, I mean, listen, that was a feels bad round because she deserved to get multi-kills there, but she was in the right place at the right time. And honestly, KRU handled that round really well, playing around with those ropes. So it's the first time for Giant side where it was a clean round, all things considered at the moment. Each player stepping up.
But I want to see a bit of that we just saw on the cameras too, trying to build up the confidence because they look quiet, right? Like, obviously when you're a scoreline like this, it's hard to try and keep that, you know, motivation up, try and stay a little bit, you know, confident in it, try and keep the spirits high, but I want to see more of that. Try and keep yourselves with your heads held high. Music trying to open things up with the Outlaw. The light shields are out in effect though, but the flash is great. The swing actually going to be denied. Kinnear still on this, reading the spacing and the play off the waylay. Sarah, control in middle only so far. It feels desperate now. As it's down to Ness and Toki. And Ness is still scrapping it out. Gonna have to dig deeper though. Has to keep going. This is getting messy now. Toki can't quite get involved either, on a bit of an island. Is Ness
Player standing.
on a solo adventure? KRU's patience pays off, and this might just be it.
Yeah, you can see that Monch is already scaled in their spawn, completely securing all of that A site. But Toki, she does hear all of these footsteps.
Toki. This
KRU are aware though.
The glance they gave it for
Wait, the
it's fine. It's, oh no, it doesn't feel fine. Toki, you can't escape it. Dots blowing up Giant X's hopes on map 1.